Hello and welcome from Mülheim an der Ruhr in Germany. This town, which I bet you've never heard of, has more motorhome places in this one street than I bet many countries have. Maybe not the United States or the United Kingdom or Italy, but all the same, many smaller countries, including the one I spend most of my time in. This is one of those. This is the first one you come to if you are in Dusseldorf. This is Ahorn, and Ahorn is a German company. This dealership is the one for Westfalia. In fact, it's one of only 3 main dealers for Ahorn. And while I'm talking about it, why don't I just have a walk around this vehicle? Van 550. Guess what the manufacturer is? Can you want to write that down below? This is on a Renault basis, as you can see. Right, how about how long it is? What do you think? Have a guess. It's called the 550. And no, you're wrong, it's 557 centimeters long, not 550. But that was a little trick question there. But what it does have, and is this extremely interesting, I think, kitchen. And it's going to come out a bit on the dark side, I think. I'll try and make it a little bit lighter. There you go. And so this kitchen is as good as some you'll see in liners. For example, I think of a Frankia liner, which has a kitchen like this one here, and that Frankia comes at a price which is 3 or 4 times what this will cost. This van here costs 38,200 euros, and that's the base price, but then you're going to start adding on all the extras. I think I'll come to them in just a moment. There are 2 vans in the Ahorn collection, and the other one, it's a bit longer, and the difference is the width-wise, like this one, or length-wise beds. And it comes to the length-wise beds, it's 622 centimeters. They're both 207 centimeters in width and 260 in height. Renault Master 2.3 litre, 99 kW, 135 horsepower, and it's on the Euro 6D temp. What's temp stand for? Well, temporary. Just a little joke there of mine. And right now, I mentioned the price because the price here is somewhat important, of course, and it will go up. Okay? Like with everything, it's very difficult to sort of tell prices apart. And I'll tell you some of the extras you can get. I mean, there's all sorts of extras you can get for this thing here. So this is really in the base price, absolutely the base price as far as this is concerned. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit down here and allow you to marvel at the way this is, this van. I'm sitting in this seat here. It's in my favourite seat. I'll tell you more about it. There's my favourite seat, and I bet you'd like to see me more than see the van. No, you wouldn't? Okay, right. So have a look at the van. Ooh, this is the van. Looking back from my favourite seat. Hey, it's quite dark, isn't it? I want to make it. I'm trying to make it a bit lighter for you. Oh, that's going to be even worse. There you go. Oh, isn't that nice? There you go. You can see the whole thing now. So. Renault chassis packet, you can have that if you want. I'll give you the price. It's 2,600 approximately, and that includes driver and passenger airbags, radio MP3, the Bluetooth. It's got some speakers, extra speakers. It's got electrical windows and mirrors. It's got cruise control. It's got hill start assist. It's got traction control. Alright, so that's a pretty expensive upgrade there. You can have the design packet, which is going to cost 490. You can have up front cab climate control, that's about 1,500 or thereabouts. You can have you can have a engine upgrade. Now, if the current one isn't enough for you, you can have a 99 kW 135. That's what it is at the moment. You can put that up to 110, 153 horsepower. That'll cost an extra 1,300. Or if you've got an extra 1,000 for you, it's a spare. You can have it put up to 132 kW 180 horsepower. Or hey, if you don't like this, this is coming with 6-speed manual, right? You can have it on an automatic, and that's going to cost you getting on for 2,000. So fair whack of cash there. You can have a braking assistant for about 350. You can have a side wind assistance 350. You can have rear fog lamps at 390. You can have the colour scheme this one's got, that's going to cost 790. And if there's one thing you need, never mind all the rest, there's one thing you've got to get, and that's the insect screen, which is going to cost 490. So we'll have a look at the insect screen on the way out, but that's not the end of all these things, because you can have you might think, well, I'm going to be using this in the winter, so how about some water tank heating? You can have that. That's about 490. You can have alu hubs. That's another 600. You can have an extra battery, 550. You can have an outside shower for 490. You can have a bike thing on the back for 2 bikes. That's 350. You can have charger for 690. Air conditioning in the cab, sorry, not in the cab, up here somewhere on the roof, mounted. The Truma Aventor Comfort, that's going to cost you 2,500. And right, so that gives you an idea of all the things you can have. Oh, reversing camera, that's the second thing you want to get. The insect screen's number 1, the reversing camera's number 2, 690. Never mind all the rest. You can get a Navi pack with Europe for 2,000. Don't bother with that. Get the reversing camera. You can get a satellite as well. That's another 2,000. And solar, that's about 1,000 thereabouts. Now you may think, hang on, what do I need all them things for? And that would be a relatively good point. You say, well, I can do it myself, can't I? Well, yes, well, you could do, but if you get it sort of done by the mainline place, then you have a certain guarantee on it, rather than one saying, oh, that was their fault, and the other one saying, oh, that was their fault. That's the way I see it anyway. So I'm going to come back to this kitchen, which I find so attractive, and you've got proper domestic drain pipe in there. Drain pipe? You've got a drain plug, drain hole, domestic one. Sorry, the drain pipe won't be domestic, it will be a campervan one. But I'm not going to show you that because it would involve taking the sink out of it. I'm going to come back into the toilet actually. I've got this sliding door, and you saw how I was talking about the engine. There you go. So this though comes up and down, right? So that's for 557 centimetre van, that's quite good. Actually, I've got to say one thing. This, I'm going to get inside the shower. You see, there's a okay. I am just about touching the net above my head here. I would be touching the roof of the. Almost, but there is the duckboard still out, so that's sort of taking up a bit of space, isn't it, really? Wardrobe, and look, you can even take this bit out. Though you can take that bit out, so your stuff can hang down. And it probably would have to hang down because you haven't got much hanging space in there at all. Good, let's go and have a look on the back. I'm just assuming the back's open actually, just in case it isn't open. I'll show you from down here. You see how much space you got here? There's your electrics. You've got the you got your fuses, and the boiler's down. You can access the boiler, and you got all that space. You've got some stuff in it already. Probably came back from the show like that. So in all, I'd have to say that I'm relatively impressed by this van. Note the word relatively. Okay, the price, you think, oh, it's cheap, and I have told you all the stuff that's going to get added onto it, so by the time you finish, you could even 100,000 euros, I dare say. But if you went for everything, oh, maybe I'm exaggerating a bit. There you go, that's number one thing I suggest you get. No, actually, I'm going to suggest you get the reversing camera. That's number one. And that's the colour, which costs you that 790 euros on top. Let's see if the back's open. Oh, it's gone dark. No, it hasn't. Yeah. There you go. My first van was a VW. My first car was a Renault. It was a Renault 25, 1982. It had a computer on it. One thing I learned was never buy an old van with a computer. In fact, never buy anything with a computer. It talked as well, which was a bit of a nuisance at times. There you've got the gas cabinet, and good. I'm not going to open. There's a bit of wind out today. In fact, you might have noticed it. Ahorn camp. Oh, there's me. Don't know why I've just suddenly come up. Put it back, and hey, I just loaded this new software for this yesterday, and before it didn't actually do that. It didn't come onto you. Now that I know I can be in the same video, I shall have to put myself in the video. Toilet, cassette, water, somebody making a racket. So, quite a nice van. Now, as we're here, and as you've heard a bit of the noise around us, let's go and see. Oh, hey, I forgot to mention a couple of things here. Kitchen extension, and this thing down here, which I'm always going on about getting nets, you know. Pretty good, something like that, I think. Good. Having seen that, well, now have a look at what else you've got to see here. You've got Ahorn, relatively cheap brand. Well, it costs 38,000 for a camper van. Then the motorhomes aren't going to cost much more. Around between 40 and 50. So I'm not going to take you through the extras again. But actually, though, the extras are more or less the same. More or less. I mean, certainly as far as the Renault pack's concerned, it's going to be the same. And so the company is based in Speyer in Germany, and the dealers are in Speyer, Frankfurt, and here the mainline dealers. So, you know, there's a number of others. There you got, this one says from 44,700. This is for those who want a lounge in the back of their vans. You can have a queen bed in your van with a optional one in the roof. And there's the optional one in the roof, and there's the queen bed at the back. There's the shower. actually for not much more than the cost of a van, you can get a motorhome. These are 237 in width, and length is between just under 7 meters and 747, depending on the model. So what I'm trying to do here is to give you some alternatives. This is their Canada range. Now they have an Alaska range as well, which is down here, so we'll just have a quick peek at that. Although, what's the difference between this and the Canada? Not a great deal, really. So, I do appreciate, you may say that, okay, yeah, I like the idea of spending the same amount of money, so which is roughly what it would be. It wouldn't be much difference between buying a motorhome and a camper van. Absolutely. But, well, okay, maybe not in this case. This one was 62,000 by the time you finish this. Because all the extras are on it. But how about, for example, how about carrying more people? You only get 2 people in the camper van. So you can get something like this. You can get like 6 people in something like this. And 6 meters in length. So it's only 50 centimeters longer. But that's not, the trick is, however, it's the width. And this is, what about 26 centimeters wider. So you see, you can get 6 in here, 2 there, 2 there, and 2 there. And you got corner there. (49 centimeters, sorry, longer. No, 42 centimeters longer. But as I say, the width. But that's a sort of a relatively good comparison to make. Overhead and low profile, and yeah, I'll show you another small motorhome. Okay, so you're looking at around 50,000 for this. It's a 4-person van. If you get it without that roof up there, sorry, the bed and the roof, that'll take 1,200 less. Side bed, similar to the one we first saw. Again, 599 centimeters in length. So, here you are. Camper van or motorhome. For me, I would definitely choose motorhome. On the other hand, it could be that it's going to be stored in a drive. You might want to use it on a daily basis. You may worry about the extra width, and that I understand absolutely. So, camper van, there's the footprint, not much different to that of a car. So, anyway, don't say I don't give you all the things to think about when purchasing something like this. What is the difference between the Fiat Ducato and the Renault Master, for example? In this case, okay, there's a small Fiat Ducato as well, so I mean there's a 540 centimeter Fiat Ducato. The outstanding point, if there is anything in this van, I'd have to say, is that kitchen. So there you have some of my opinions on this subject. I hope you found that of interest. Thanks very much for watching.